So we should talk about now. You're back and now.
Get to the romance.
Yeah. So now
the romance.
You're in Minneapolis being a hairdresser, and then when did you quit doing that? You finally decided it wasn't for you.
Well, that was after we were married.
Oh, okay. So I'm jumping the gun here.
It must have been about
Shortly after.
19. It was before Ginny was born.
Oh, yeah.
Must have been 1949.
Okay, so you were still doing hairdressing. You did it for a while then. Did you do it for a few years?
About year and a half, 2 years.
Okay, so then.
And it just with no money in it.
But then you met Bernice. Did you meet her in Long Prairie?
No.
Okay, you should come over here so we can. take pictures
Now
of all.
you should interview her now.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the right story, but
Oh, well, no. You get the truth.
Do you want to come
story.
around the edge, or should I come over there? Because
No.
you got to get some pictures of Bernice.
Oh, okay. Make it go out
At least a
again.
couple.
you hear that make it go out.
He's very technical. You're a lot more technical than him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
we'll
don't
just be
have
like
to be.
TV
I have
where we.
Loretta.
Because then you could
I
get a
have
couple of me and
Loretta.
Bernice and a couple of all three of us.
Do you want all three of us?
Sure.
Then we got to.
We can really squeeze in. So,
We're at the Last Supper again.
all right. So you tell me now. Where did you meet?
We met
in
at
the
a
cities?
dance
At a dance. Where was the dance?
at the Coliseum in Minneapolis on Lake Street.
On Lake Street.
Oh.
And I had gone, at that time, there were not many men around. So my girlfriends and I went to a dance together. And he came up and asked me to dance. So I danced with him. And that was it.
You just picked her out of the crowd? How did
No.
you decide? You just thought she looked
Good
like a
looking girl.
She's always
good
had
person to
good
dance
taste.
with.
Yeah, she was a good looking
And so you
girl.
danced couple dances?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then we parted. And then when it was time to go home, he asked if he could take me home.
I don't
said
remember
no.
that.
That's a good line.
Oh.
I don't remember that. I think that's a made up line.
No.
And you
He
said, no. Yeah.
The next week, I went to a dance over at Calhoun with a fellow I had been dating. And there they played live music during the day, or during the dance, and then during the intermission, canned music.
Yeah.
Excuse me. During intermission, Howard and I were having a drink, and here comes Lester. Bernice, how about the dance you promised me? I never promised him any dance.
But you notice how gullible she was? She fell for it.
No,
You sure did. You
But
danced with me.
I danced with you
Well,
to keep you calm.
oh, you ought to keep me calm.
So then you did end up, you left your date sitting there and you went and danced?
After
No.
the dance, I came back to Howard, and he said, Bernice, you're very free with yourself, aren't you? He didn't like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boys.
But I saved her life. The next weekend,
Now, you didn't have her phone number yet or anything?
no, the next
no.
weekend I went out with her, and her so-called guy went to another dance
With another girl.
with another girl, and on his way home, there were two girls with a flat tire or something. Anyway, he stopped to help him. A car come along and killed him.
Wow.
Oh, my.
See, it could have been her.
So how did you take her out? I mean, did you call her up and you
Yeah,
got her
he
phone
got-
number somehow?
He got
Oh,
my phone.
she forced it on me.
And so
Okay,
then,
keep talking.
and then you went out for a while.
Yeah, and
Let's see
then
what you got.
he offered to drive me up to Henning, which was my hometown, about an hour's drive from Long Prairie where he was living.
Yeah.
So he went to Long Prairie and then up to Henning to take me up to see my parents.
Oh, okay.
And then he didn't. Oh, I got my mouth open.
Well, that's because you were talking. Yeah. There's some good ones.
I gotta go back. I skipped a whole bunch of them before.
So obviously he was robbing the cradle this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And
No,
he
no,
never
no.
he never said anything about coming to pick me up, to take me back to Minneapolis.
Did you just assume he was going to?
No,
Oh, boy. Look at the blurred hand.
Yeah, you're moving your hands. That's kind of neat.
Oop. Anyway,
There's some good ones.
Anyway, then I had planned, well,
that's all the expert did.
I had gone to one of my girlfriend's home, and then I was going to take the train back from Henning to Minneapolis, which,
At the end of the weekend or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
and here he comes, and apparently my parents had told him where I was, and he comes over to my girlfriend's house and said he was going back to Minneapolis. Would I ride with him?
What's he driving?
Studebaker.
Oh,
Oh.
A
that's
1940 Studebaker.
ooh, that's good stuff. My dad loves Studebakers.
And that's when it all started.
Wow. Then he did give you a ride back to
I
Minneapolis.
rode back to Minneapolis.
Were you working in Minneapolis, or what were you doing, Bernice?
I was going to college
Oh,
and
you were in
working.
college.
Both,
Wow.
working my way through school.
What were you studying in school?
Business administration.
Wow.
30. Okay, we got a
We
half
got
hour
time.
yet.
Okay. We need to leave at 10 till or something. We got to be there right at 5.
So,
Well, we don't have to be there
yeah.
anytime.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
so he's kind of got his foot in the door at this point.
That's right.
Okay. So then, how long did you guys go out before you got married? Were you
1 year.
And then
1 year.
We got
day.
married the same day that we first met.
May
Really?
17th. Yeah, we met May 17th
you met May 17th and,
and
got
got
married.
married
on
May
She pressured
17th,
me.
1948.
You got married 48,
Mhm.
and you met 47. Wow. That's pretty neat. Did you plan that? You must have planned that on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you get married?
Long Prairie.
Wow. Nice. And then did you end up moving back here? I mean, you were
First,
already.
first we went on a honeymoon to
Yeah, what about the honeymoon?
Kentucky, to Mammoth Cave in that area.
Wow.
In the Studebaker.
In the Studebaker.
And every once in a while, that Studebaker get a flat tire.
What cars did back then? That was more
Yeah.
common,
yeah.
wasn't it?
You kind of more or less expected it.
Yeah, wasn't a big surprise.
No.
And then you came back and you lived in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
So what did you do when you got done being a hairdresser?
I went to and worked for a wholesale hardware called S&M on 13th and
13th
Hennepin.
and Hennepin.
And I worked there for
Quite a few years.
quite a few
What
years.
did you do there?
I was a receiving clerk.
Oh, okay. S&M Hardware. And so what did you do? Did you work after you got married or did you
Yeah.
just
Oh,
stay
yeah.
at home?
I worked for an insurance agency. Then we bought our house in 1950,
Where did you buy a house?
Edina.
Okay. And then you have one daughter, right?
One
So
daughter.
when did you have her?
In
1950.
December
The
of
same year as your house.
1950. And then he kept working for S&M. Well, then he finally went to Gift House Stamp.
As a warehouse manager.
Oh, okay.
That was a big step forward.
Warehouse manager. Wow.
And you wouldn't believe all the merchandise people think trading stamps wasn't a big deal, but it really was.
Oh, that was a big
We
deal.
were into those, boys.
We- It wasn't my family.
we would
Our
send
family
out
was-
carloads of merchandise just to one place.
You were green stamps or
S&H,
Oh, S&H
rival,
green stamps.
Right.
rival to S&H.
gold bonds or
Gold Bond was another rival.
right.
This was Gift House.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we got a
I
lot of
remember
stuff
S&H,
with
yeah.
stamps, yeah. Man, I remember looking through the book, deciding what we could get. It was a big deal. It was hard to
Yeah,
save
I
up
always
enough
wanted
for
to
a
get
big...
that,
We had-
that boat with the outboard motor.
We
A
had
lot of stamps.
We had a big building. It covered about a half a block, and it had 5 stories in it. So we had a lot of merchandise.
Oh, that is big. Wow.
And I was when our daughter was born, then I was a homemaker.
Yeah.
Not very
until-
long.
Well, until she was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Then I worked for a friend.
Oh, you went back to work.
Yeah.
That's unusual in the 50s.
Well, when she was in kindergarten, I went to work. No, wait a minute. started working when she was in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So like during the school day, you could
yeah.
be gone. Yeah.
and I'd go to work after she went to school and came home before she got home.
Perfect.
And that worked out good.
And what it kind of, did you go back to that same insurance agency or somewhere else?
Oh, somewhere else.
But you were doing like office work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
insurance.
Okay. But some,
Yeah, insurance part-time. And had
Insurance
off,
and accounting, both.
yeah, everything. And I had off whenever school was closed or vacation. I had off
how
during,
about
the,
during the summer?
off during the summer.
Really? They let you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was,
Well, wait a minute. You brought work home.
Yeah.
oh, that was the deal.
Well, they for a while brought work to me.
Wow. That was accommodating.
You know, that was the Ed Arnold Company, and they were very accommodating.
Wow, that's pretty neat. They must have really.
You were very accommodating to them, too.
Yeah.
You were in the hospital and they brought work to you.
When you're having the baby?
Yeah.
Really?
No,
or
no, no,
something
no.
else. You were in the hospital for something else, and they brought
No,
you.
that was later.
Oh, okay.
Cancer surgery.
And
Oh, you
cancer.
did. Oh, you did, and here you are, just fine.
That was when our daughter was 13.
Oh, when you were really a long time ago.
Tell her about it.
Yeah, that
Do you
was.
mind?
No, it was in 19. Well, I had a lump on my
On your face?
maxilla, and it didn't go away. And I finally asked the doctor about it. He sent me to an oral surgeon, and that fellow was very suspicious. They did a biopsy,
Mm-hmm. Sent it in.
and it was cancer. I was 39
Oh.
when it was found.
Did you have to have chemo?
No, they didn't have chemo at that time.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
They tell her what they did.
Yeah,
So they cut it off.
Yeah, well, they took my whole palate up to here, and I have 2 teeth on the upper jaw here and 2 on this side, with a gold bar going across, and the prosthesis. I have no palate.
Oh, okay. They did. Yeah.
If you look in her mouth, you can look out her nose.
Yeah,
Wow.
You can.
But thank goodness they got rid of the cancer.
Yeah, they
wow,
did.
They just cut
there was
everything
no
out.
guarantee. It was only surgery, but they got it.
Well, that's bad because chemo can do a number on you. Wow.
If you had chemo, you probably wouldn't be here.
You might not be alive because.
Well, yeah.
You fix
And
it up for a while, but then
That
it
type
ends up giving you
chemo
cancer.
had no effect on that.
Well, they
type.
didn't have chemo.
Oh, wait a minute. There was the radiation didn't
Radiation.
have any effect. I know they
No,
couldn't do either one.
They couldn't do radiation because of where it was located.
Right, close to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So all I had was surgery, and it worked.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank goodness. And your daughter was only 13, so
Yeah.
thank goodness you lived. Wow. And here you are still.
Right.
Your
That's
daughter's
great.
almost 65 and you're kicking great.
Wow.
Well, yeah, she'll be 65 in December.